Welcome back. Three Tonys, an Academy Award, everything in show business. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Liza Minnelli. Oh, what? And quit showbiz? You ever think of quitting it, by the way? You ever think of walking away from it?
Not in the next 20 minutes.
So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very, very much. All right, have there ever been moments where you said, okay, I've done it, I love it, I love it, I love it, but it makes me crazy, I'm going to...
No, I really do like it. And it's also my hobby, and I love music so much, so I've never felt like that.
Well, you get to do it all, though. I mean, you get to do the stage thing. You know, you were here, you're going to be in Europe, traveling Europe doing your stage show.
Right.
You get to do the musicals. You get to do the movies. You're here to talk about the movie today.
Right.
In fact, I wonder, when you make a movie, you've been so successful in the movies, and I'm told by people who do a lot of stage work that you have to learn how to do the movies. It's a whole different kind of a thing in terms of the intimacy and the relative smallness of it compared to the stage. Was that hard for you?
Well, no, not really. It's like, it's the difference between talking to somebody who's way over there and talking to you. Mm-hmm. If you're talking to somebody over there, you have to sort of make it bigger. But if I'm talking to you, I don't need to do that much.
When you did your first show, and I recall your first show was Flora the Red Menace, right?
It was actually Best Foot Forward. My first Broadway show was Flora.
Broadway, okay.
Yeah.
Did somebody say to you, they have to hear you in the last row?
George Abbott.
There it was, yeah.
Speak up, young woman, speak up.
And George probably then was 105 years old, right?
he was in his late 80s.
Amazing. But also you were working with the history of the theater right there.
Yeah.
You know, he knew everything.
It was amazing, amazing.
And then when you go to do a movie, if you speak to the person in the last row, the sound people go crazy because you have to just kind of talk with this. Which do you like better?
I like them both. I mean, they're so different, Steve. You know, I think making a film is a bit more cerebral. Your concentration has to last from 8 in the morning until like 6 in the evening or whatever the hours are. And on stage, you have 2 hours to pack all that energy into. And
you open, and there's a middle, and there's a close, and you kill them, and it's all over. In the movies, you just keep going backwards, and you do scenes out of sequence and all of that.
But you do something different every day. So that's the advantage of a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Which scares you more?
Scares me more?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it depends on who I'm working with.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
When
Nothing really scares me. I mean, things make me a little nervous sometimes.
When you know you're going to do a movie, for instance, do you always know the cast first, or do they cast you first and then you wait to hear who else is in it?
Oh, it depends. On stepping out, they cast me first, and then as each member was cast, I thought, oh my God, this is going to be incredible. Because I heard Shelley Winters, then I heard Julie Walters, then I heard Sheila McCarthy, Bill Irwin, you know, Andrea Martin. It just kept getting better and better and better. Robin Stevens, God, who else? Everybody. It was the most wonderful cast. Carol Woods, who was brilliant.
What was Shelley like in this movie?
Shelley's terrific. What do you see? You got to see this movie.
I'm going to see it. I swear I'll see it.
I mean, it's funny, and it's about tap dancing.
Yeah.
And it's a musical about real people.
Shelley Winters is so outrageous.
Yes, she is.
In life, and I bet she's a lot of fun to work with.
Well, she was wonderful in this. She plays the pianist of the class, and the class is a tap dancing class in Buffalo, New York. Mm-hmm. It's actually about an ex-Broadway gypsy, who I play, an ex-dancer, who ends up teaching this tap class in Buffalo, and her students, and they get challenged to do a show, and it becomes their whole life. If you've ever done a church benefit or a benefit in your hometown, you know, or something like that,
19 hours
it becomes
a day,
everything. And that's what happens to these people. They become possessed. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, they overcome their fears through talking with each other and through getting to know each other. And they're wonderful.
We have a clip from the movie. This is during one of the rehearsals, and it has to do with, I believe, the speed of piano playing.
It has to do with, yes, it's
and
actually...
maybe the class of egos, I'm not sure.
It has to do with Shelley being a little bit high-strung and nervous, shall we say. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And at this point, are you the new kid in town at this moment?
No, I'm the teacher.
All right, but the new teacher?
It's my class.
Okay.
And I've never taught before, but it's my first time teaching, and these are, you know, it's an early class. You'll see.
And let's see how easy Shelley makes it for you right here.
Hello. Glenda! 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 That's too fast.
It's exactly the way it was last week.
No. I mean, it was slower last week. It doesn't affect me, but...
It was definitely slower. Definitely.
Definitely, yes. Wasn't it, Jeffrey, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I think that it was a little...
You were playing it too fast, dear.
Anyone else?
Don't you have any suggestions?
No, All right, this is gonna be the one. Here we go, Glenda. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Step shuffle. Full ball.
How many times did you do that scene?
Oh, Louis Gilbert is amazing, the director. You know, he directed Alfie and Shirley Valentine and Educating Rita, so he really likes working with women. And he was wonderful to all of us. And he was great with Bill Irwin, who is such a genius, I think. But what he would do is rehearse a great deal, and then he'd only do like 2 takes.
And that's it?
That's it.
I thought in movies you usually do, you know, 12, 14, 16.
Not with Louis. We just did it.
Yeah, do you forget your lines, though?
No.
You know
That's
what?
your job, to remember your lines. You
Well,
know?
Marilyn Monroe never remembered her lines. Didn't hurt her. I mean, you know.
Oh, well, I think she did.
You know.
Yeah.
Can you change lines at all as the scene goes?
If the director asks you to, you know, whatever is real is what Louis wanted. So if things would happen, we'd all throw in ad libs. With that kind of a cast, you know, with that group of characters, things got pretty funny on the set.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So, in fact, I'd love to have the whole cast. I'm trying to think. I'm sure Julie Walters is a character
Oh,
as
she's
well. Huh?
wonderful. She's wonderful.
And you and Shelley, we should have all of you here. You love to laugh.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you love to laugh. Who makes you laugh the most?
My sister.
I can see that, Lorna. I can see that. Lorna is
Hilarious.
Hilarious, and she should be. And in fact, I'm surprised that she's not a stand-up comedian.
Lorna should be the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
You know, and the minute that somebody wises up and gives her her own show on television, they're going to win.
She has the most amazing
really
her reaction time.
Oh, she's so quick.
Yeah, she's there before.
Yeah, she's way ahead of everybody.
And she still makes you laugh?
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we have the best time together. We truly do.
Yeah. Now, are you going to do something together?
We'd love to.
What could you, let's see, what could we get the two of you to do?
Well, we keep looking for a project to do together.
We'll come up
One
with...
of the funniest things my sister ever said to me was she had just had her first child, Jessie. And we were in the hospital, and they left Jessie with her for the first time overnight. And I arrived about 7 in the morning. And Lorna's hair was standing straight up in the air. She was just like, you know, and she had knocked over this little refrigerator that they'd given her, and it was everything. The room looked like, you know, a hurricane had hit it. It was like a Poseidon adventure in that room. And she was holding the baby, and I walked in, and she said, I said, did you have a hard night? She said, please. And the nurse came in and took Jessie from her and turned around and said, Lorna, when would you like to see your son again? She said, when he's in college. And just like that, right off the top of her head, I fell down. I fell down.
Has she ever done that? Has she ever just gone on stage and told jokes?
Well, in her show, which is wonderful, in her one-woman show, she is marvelous.
Yeah.
Because whatever the audience throws at her, you know, she can make a comeback.
And she also has a great attitude about life. And we always joke about that, you know, the
Right.
first major thing she ever played was in Atlantic City, the Steel Pier.
Yes, I know, I was there.
Oh, and they introduced her as Erna Lust.
Erna Lust.
Ladies and gentlemen, here she is, Erna Lust.
Right.
She's never lived that down, but I think
She was great on your show. She was great.
Anyway, okay, the movie is called Stepping Out. It opens tomorrow. You can tell by the enthusiasm here, this is going to be a great movie. I promise. I'll go see it.
Thank you.
All right? It's good to see you, Liza.
It's good to see you, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Liza Minnelli. Look at that guy.